Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about PSAs that feature celebrities. So before I roll out the red carpet for them, you can join my Patreon or channel memberships for as little as $1 a month, where you can get early access to new videos. If you want to join, make sure to click the little join button next to the subscribe button down below, or otherwise if you want to join my Patreon, click the link in the description. Anyways, let's talk about some PSAs.
I've been locked up about 3 months. That's 15 days in human time. My mom spent most of her life in and out of this place. My dad wasn't so lucky. He got hit by a drive-by when I was just a pup. I can't blame my parents, though. Sure, my dad humped everything inside. And my mom, she was a huge bitch. So how did I get in here? I was just chilling in the park one day, and then BAM!
Come on. Oh, no, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, gotcha, yeah. What'd I tell you? No mutts in my park. Let's go.
Abuse! Animal abuse! You wanna know about the pound? Gotta know the packs. We got the Canine Crips, we got the Bloodhound Bloods, we got Los Perros, the Greyhound Disciples, and we got the Bulldog Nation. You wanna survive in here, you gotta make good with them. Mi amor! We go way back, me and her. She was an outdoor cat the minute she was born on the street. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but for some of these cats,
Meow.
tricks is the way of life.
You want to get frisky? Poppy, I'm pregnant.
Are you kidding me? It was that sleazy Siamese you were with, right?
I was in heat.
Don't worry, I'll get you out.
What a strange PSA. Obviously it's meant to be all about how dogs are living their lives in the pound and living as strays, but why do you need Danny Trejo to dress up as a dog while wearing a onesie? It seems weird to make Machete do this, but it's kind of all I have to say about this PSA.
Yo, Alf here. I'd like to talk to you about your planet. I like it, and you should too. But a lot of people aren't taking very good care of it. For starters, they're abusing our public lands. They're littering the beaches, vandalizing the parks, trashing the playgrounds, and basically treating the planet like rental property. Frankly, I don't understand it. People like that are running loose, and I'm the one who has to hide in the kitchen. Look, folks, public lands are not like pizzas. You just can't pick up the phone and order more. I should know. My planet was really abused. The next thing we knew, it was gone. Public land is our friend. If we don't take care of it, it'll be destroyed. If you want to help me take care of our public lands, call me. I'll send you all kinds of neat stuff. Even a recent photo of myself. Please, let's save the planet. I don't want to have to look for another one.
Yeah, the 80s was a wild time for PSAs. They really had to have the puppet Alf doing a PSA. Of course it's the alien telling us that we need to respect our planet just because he likes it and he doesn't want it to disappear. You really wouldn't have PSAs like this nowadays, but it's interesting because of that.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. Backseat, baby. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Backseat, baby. Put that booties in the backseat. Backseat, baby. Have action kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you. Backseat, baby. Wow, look at here. Backseat, baby. You stay alive even when I drive.
Good old Vince and Larry back at it again with their last PSA, which has Ray Charles singing the song in the PSA. It's just a very straightforward PSA where they have Ray Charles singing a song about backseat babies where you put your children in the backseat. It's pretty much it.
A ticking bomb means trouble for Batman and Robin.
Holy, breaking and entering. It's Batgirl.
Quick, Batgirl, untie us before it's too late.
It's already too late. I've worked for you a long time, and I'm paid less than Robin. Same job, same employer means equal pay for men and women.
No time for jokes, Batgirl.
It's no joke. It's the federal equal pay law.
Holy act of Congress.
If you're not getting equal pay, contact the Wage and Hour Division, U.S. Department of Labor.
Hello, boys and girls. I have a special message for you from the President of the United States. Let me read it to you. I salute the boys and girls who are buying United States savings stamps and bonds through the Treasury's School Savings Program. They're learning the lessons of practical citizenship and of wise money management. And they're giving important support to the cause of freedom and the men who fight for us in Vietnam. That message is on this wallet-size U.S. Savings Bonds pledge card, which you'll get in school as soon as you begin to buy U.S. savings stamps. Let's get started today. What do you say?
Hello, citizens. I'm taking a holiday from crime fighting in Gotham City. No rest from danger, though, because all around us is that deadly daily danger, traffic. I admire the way all you British children triumph over this danger by learning and using the road safety code, like curb drill. Before crossing the road, you stop at the curb, look right, look left, look right again, and then only if the road is clear, walk quickly across. Now, children, how does it go? At the curb, stop. Look right, look left, look right again. If all's clear, walk quickly across. Remember, be smart, be safe. Always do your curb drill.
How wild that we have 3 PSAs featuring Adam West as Batman. The first one's absolutely iconic, which is about equal pay, where Batgirl would potentially let Batman and Robin die just because she's not getting equal pay. The second one's really odd because it's just about US savings bonds, and the third one takes place in England. Like, obviously it's road safety for kids, just telling them how to cross the road safely, but why was it in the UK? I'll never know. I've always liked this PSA. It's literally just the visuals that makes it really interesting because Hanna-Barbera, their animation is awesome. Besides from that, I've talked about it a million times and I don't really have much else to add to this one.
This headbanging is more fun than going through a windshield.
Good night from Iron Maiden. Drive home safe. Remember to strap yourselves in with your safety belts.
All right.
Belt up. Don't be a dummy.
Another Vince and Larry PSA, but who expected it to be Iron Maiden out of any other band to have a PSA with Vince and Larry? It's straightforward where the singer, Bruce Dixon, just tells everyone to buckle up and even says the tagline of the campaign at the end. By the way, buckling up your seatbelt is metal as fuck.
I'm not a meth dealer. I just play one on TV. It's a character I've chosen to portray. But if you decide to use meth, it could be the last choice you ever get to make. You won't be able to turn off the voices in your head.
Shut up!
You won't decide how to spend your time. You'll lose the ones closest to you.
You don't know anything! I hate you!
Your skin won't even feel like it's yours. think you're trapped in a life with no freedom to do what you want? You choose meth, and you'll learn what being trapped really is. But hey, it's your choice.
Hey yo, it's Walter White! I get why they did this since Bryan Cranston was known for playing Walter White, but then again, everything else of the PSA is just shit. You can barely make out with what the fuck's going on in this PSA because of all the different camera angles and the constant cutting. I really would not know what happened in this PSA if it wasn't for Bryan literally telling us what's happening. You think a PSA like this would just be a slam dunk where they have Bryan Cranston talking about meth, but no, it sucks.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please. Do you know someone that owns a gun or a knife? Remember, guns and knives aren't toys. They can hurt people or even kill them. It could happen to your best friend, or you. Even if you think the gun isn't loaded, or the knife isn't sharp, leave them alone. You wouldn't want to be wrong. Remember, guns and knives can kill. I'm telling it to you. You knew it was stolen. I hope you'd say no, because if you accept stolen property, the law says you're just as guilty as the one who stole it. If you went for a ride in a stolen car, or damaged something that was stolen, you'd be responsible too. So be smart. Say no to stealing.
Now, these are fantastic. Not in an unironic way, it's in an ironic way, because they're so bad that they end up being good. Lou Albano is just such an interesting person that I find these PSAs just so interesting. Obviously, the first one's the most well-known one because of the end of the PSA, where he says if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. That's just really memorable and kind of funny. If you ask me, the other two are nearly just as memorable as the first one, but did you really need Lou Albano to make PSAs? I don't think so, but I'm glad they did it because it's funny.
I'm Michael Jordan. McDonald's restaurants have given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about: kids. Kids are the reason McDonald's sponsors their Get It Straight program, a national drug awareness effort. McDonald's is so concerned about this problem, you won't be seeing their usual commercials during this show because McDonald's believes it deserves your undivided attention. Now I'd like to speak just to the kids for a moment. Unfortunately, when people like myself, your teachers or your parents, try to talk to you about drugs, you think we're preaching at you, and sometimes it turns you off. Though I never used drugs, when people try to tell me things for my own good, it turned me off too. But I found out something. Even though they haven't experienced what you're experiencing now, a lot of that preaching was worth it. Because when it comes to drugs, experience is not the best teacher, but growing up is a very good teacher. That's what this program is all about, living long enough to grow up. Think about this. Many of you using drugs out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18 you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using drugs, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use drugs, you can just about be anything you want to be. When I was 18, my future was just a dream. But if I'd been on drugs, that dream would have never come true. Listen, you got at least 3/4 of your life to go. That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help. McDonald's wants you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
Yeah, do I really need to say anything about this PSA? I've literally talked about it a million times. That's the problem with talking about PSAs like this. I have talked about them to death, and it's like, I can't say anything different about these PSAs. I've said absolutely everything I think about these PSAs, and what's there to add at this point? I could just say the same thing that I said before, like, oh, Him saying stop it, get some help is what this PSA is memorable for. That's really it.
Alright, penguins, make sure we're not wasting water. Gotcha. And rats, check that the house is properly insulated. And Bessie, make certain we're recycling all our bottles, cans, and paper.
Gee, Piggy, what can we do to help the environment?
Let's not waste electricity.
To find out what you can do to help, write to Make a Difference, National Wildlife Federation, Washington, D.C. 20036.
Like that! Gimme! You know, Kermit, by recycling, we save valuable landfill space and help clean up the environment.
You know, what are you recycling here anyhow, Fozzie?
Bottles, cans, paper, and snoo.
Snoo? What's snoo?
Nothing. What's snoo with you?
To find out how you can help clean up the environment, write to Make a Difference, National Wildlife Federation, Washington, D.C. 20036.
Even that snoo joke was recycled.
Yeah, this PSA is actually quite good. The first one's about the National Wildlife Foundation, and the second one's about recycling, and they're both really enjoyable. The recycling one was made just before Jim Henson passed away in 1990, and the other one was made in 1992, I think 2 years after Jim Henson passed away. But they're still really enjoyable.
Come on, kids. If you want to grow up fast, take one of these. One puff and they'll soon be in my grasp.
Not so fast, nicotine. If you want to go up fast, take one of these. With my X-ray vision, I can see the harm cigarettes do inside people's bodies. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
It's Superman! Superman, is it hard to give up smoking, or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just...
That's how hard it is. And that's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
These two Superman PSAs are really odd, but honestly quite interesting because the animation is really good in these PSAs. They're both obviously about smoking, where nicotine offers cigarettes to kids, but the animation is just really smooth and really well done, which I'm surprised for a PSA to have this good of animation. It's not very common.
Mr. Secretary, ito po si Robocop, ang sagisag ng ating pakikipaglaban sa illegal na droga.
Robocop, do your job. Tulungan mo kami ni Mayor Jingo Estrada na sugpuin ang illegal na droga.
Pagdating sa illegal na droga, sana mag-Robocop tayo lahat.
What's bugging you, Murphy?
Drugs. Drugs bug me.
Hi. That was Nancy Allen and me. I'm Peter Weller, the guy behind that mask. If you're a kid, please listen for a second. How do you keep away from drugs? They're everywhere, sometimes even at home. But there is one place you can go that is 100% drug-free. No pot, no pills, no crack, no smack, no coke, no exceptions. The Boys and Girls Club. It beats the streets. No kidding.
Robocop is one of those weird anomalies where when he shows up in TV ads and PSAs, it is the strangest thing you're gonna see. It kind of makes sense to put Robocop in PSAs, considering that in the movies he takes down criminals, where in these PSAs he's taken down drug dealers that are technically criminals anyways. So look, I guess the creators of the PSA just thought, why not? Throw Robocop in a PSA, it'll work.
Nobody likes me. Nobody.
Maybe it's because I like to attack people. Men, women, kids. I can reduce them to weak, stammering, confused, scared imitations of their former selves. If they don't stop me, I just might leave them that way for life. I am a stroke.
Learn to recognize a stroke and act quickly. Time lost is brain lost.
There's something you should know about me. I'm not easy to live with. In fact, I have a really ugly side. I don't always let you speak when you want. I can leave you feeling shaken and confused. And if you ignore me, I might lash out, leaving you dead. I am a stroke.
Learn to recognize a stroke and act quickly. Time lost is brain lost.
There's something you should know about me. I believe in equality, regardless of race, gender, or age. If you have no voice, I am there. If you cannot stand, I am there. If you are lost or confused, I am there. I am there to hurt, paralyze, or kill. I am a stroke.
Learn to recognize a stroke and act quickly. Time lost is brain lost.
There's something you should know about me. I'm cold. I'm calculating. I get what I want. If you get in my way, I'll wreak havoc upon you. I can leave you weak, limp, twisted, confused. If you want to live to see tomorrow, you answer to me, and you answer quickly. I am a stroke.
Learn to recognize a stroke and act quickly. Time lost is brain lost.
I'm surprised with how many of these there actually are. It's quite interesting. All the celebrities in these PSAs act like the embodiment of a stroke, and it works well for what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but it works for what it's trying to do. Yo, it's Mr. Bean! Yeah, well, it's basically Rowan Atkinson in the PSA trying to tell people to donate blood. And that's really it to this one. I don't know why, but I always found this kind of unnerving, even though the PSA has really good intentions trying to get people to donate blood for a good cause.
This stuff is crack, the most addictive form of cocaine. Once you start smoking it, you've got to have more and more, because the highs get shorter and the lows get lower. And when you run out of money to buy it, you'll lie, you'll steal, you'll do whatever it takes to get more. There's one other little problem with it. Crack can kill you. Which means every time you do it, you're laying your life on the line for a 10-minute high. That's not glamorous, and that's not cool. That's dumb.
A lot of drug abuse messages are full of statistics. How many people die, how many lives are ruined, how much drug use is costing the economy. But this message isn't about numbers. It's about crack. And the message is simple. Crack can kill you. I won't bore you with the statistics, except to say that it's not worth becoming one for a 10-minute high.
I'm so hot. I'm so cool. I'm so where it's at. I'm it. I'm a genius. Yeah, crack will make you feel like that for exactly 10 minutes. Then you crash, and the craving starts, and you need more and more and more to get that feeling back. The problem is, crack can kill you, and no one knows how much it takes to do you in. Each time you try it could be your last. You see this? Crack comes in a vial like this. If anyone offers you some, tell them where to shove it. Please, don't even try it, 'cause you lose.
See this cute little vial here? It's crack, rock cocaine, the most addictive form. You think it's the glamour drug of the 80s? Well, that's the point of this friendly little reminder. It can kill you. And if you've got to die for something, this sure as hell ain't it.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool, but doing it with crack isn't just wrong. Could be dead wrong.
The infamous campaign that made Paul Reubens make Pee Wee Herman make a PSA? Yeah, but there's surprisingly quite a few of these PSAs, but it's mainly just remembered for the Pee Wee Herman PSA. The others with Clint Eastwood, Ali Sheedy, Bette Midler, and even this other PSA I found aren't really remembered at all.
This is your brain. And this is heroin. This is what happens to your brain after snorting heroin. And this is what your body goes through. Wait, it's not over yet. This is what your family goes through. And your friends and your money. And your job. And your self-respect and your future. And your life. Any questions?
Yeah, this is the less well-known one with Rachel Lee Cook where she just destroys a kitchen. It's obviously meant to show the many different ways on how drug affects you, and hey, it works for what it is. It's not as good as the original, and it's not as memorable either, but it's still pretty solid. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and make sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments of what you thought on this video. So with nothing else to do, let's just get straight into the shoutouts. Alright, massive shout out to Ash Crimson for supporting my channel licensed tier. Massive thanks to Fatima, Victoria Huntley, and SamHam1994 for supporting my Big Boss tier. If you want to find out how you can get your name at the end of my videos, please make sure to click the little Patreon logo on the screen at the moment, or click the little join button next to the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one.